Well, needless to say, it's been a long time since I've done a video like this, and I think if you're involved with crypto, if you're just getting involved with crypto, I think that if I could go back and talk to myself back then, what would I say now? And I would say, one, only put in what you're willing to lose. Two, nothing's guaranteed. Three, if you don't hold your own crypto, then it's not yours. And what do I mean by that? If it's on an exchange, if it's in a platform, if you're not physically holding your keys, you do not own that cryptocurrency. So there's a saying, not your keys, not your crypto. Okay. And even if you purchase it from a company like Coinbase, they hold the keys. You know, you're just a user on their platform, and it hasn't happened yet, but they could foreseeably go out of business and your coins that were on that platform go with it. It has happened to other exchanges, it just hasn't happened to Coinbase. You know, one of the things that I would always say to people is if you hold and never sell, then it's not a loss, right? Because one Bitcoin will always be one Bitcoin, no matter if it's $20,000 or $3,000 or $1,000, it's still one Bitcoin. So you want to hold it. I would also say that there's now more than ever before more altcoins than there has ever existed, right? So I think right now we're closing in on like 6,000 different coins that are supposed to do 6,000 different things. And actually, let me adjust that. You know, there may be 6,000 coins, and maybe there's a small percentage of the coins that are battling to do the same thing. You know, so when you're evaluating a crypto coin specifically, you want to go based off of its use case and what it's going to do, what it's going to provide. And, you know, when it comes to Bitcoin, it's supposed to be a store value. But, you know, as of recently, right before this recent market crash, now today's March 23rd, you know, the biggest use case that we believed in, folks that believed in the currency, was that it was like a safe haven, like a digital gold, a store of value. But this previous market crash, because of the turmoil in the world, specifically COVID, that didn't prove necessarily to be the case. Not that to say it isn't wrong, it just, when you have a pandemic like we're in, like we have, people are going to sell whatever assets they have for cash, right? They're going to hold on to that cash. But what they neglect is that even if you took out a whole wad of cash and it went all to shit, and, you know, anything bigger than like 10 grand is like a hassle. It really is a hassle. And, you know, transactions under 10 grand are a lot easier, but as you get bigger in transaction size, it gets harder and harder. You got to carry bags of cash all over the place. So one, you have security, you have logistics concern, right? So I believe now more than ever before that we will be using a digital currency in the future, because that's the best way to transact amongst people. Now, what currency we will be using, that is yet to be determined, right? So Bitcoin, you know, there is some pitfalls to it. It's slow. You know, a typical transaction time could take half hour to an hour. It's volatile, so it doesn't, you know, what you send to somebody in Bitcoin today or this hour or this minute can differ in value by the time they receive it, right? Because it takes half hour to an hour for a transaction to occur. So it could be Litecoin. Litecoin is super fast. One of my personal favorites, it could be XRP. XRP is really, really fast and it's already being used. And I can go on and on about crypto. I just want to say, if you're brand new, I'm going to put some links on this page where I put this video at. These are going to be links to exchanges, United States-based exchanges. These will be links to wallets. These will be links to different resources. You have to protect your crypto a lot strong, like your hands, and if you're holding any coins, they've got to be white knuckle tight around them, because there's plenty of platforms out there that will take it, that will lose it, no matter how good they look, no matter how trusting they sound. If it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. And that kind of ties into number one, is be prepared to lose it, because if you put your coins on somebody else's platform, you know, and they go down for whatever reason, whether, you know, I've seen it all. If they go down, your coins go down with it. So just be careful, be mindful. I'll put those links in here, and you know, it's going to be an interesting time. So stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll do these probably about once a week. All right, talk to you later.